And in the FCT, the chairman of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, FCT Council, Grace Ike, has unveiled an ambitious development agenda aimed at enhancing the welfare of journalists and strengthening the union's institutional capacity. Speaking during the grand finale of the 2025 Press Week in Abuja, the firm under her leadership said the NUJ FCT chair said announced major initiatives including the modernization of the NUJ Congress Hall, a new union bus, and the completion of the Pentagon Hall, a journalist welfare scheme, and plans to develop a journalist village in partnership with the government housing agencies. Delivering the keynote address, the chairman of the occasion, Senator Umaru Tanko Almakura, described journalism as a conscience of society and warned that digital disruptions, artificial intelligence, and misinformation now threaten the integrity of the press and democracy. He proposed a national media revitalization agenda.
We pause to reflect on that labor, on our sacrifices, and on the many untold efforts behind every headline, broadcast, or byline. Yet, reflection must be followed by action. As a union, we must be more than spectators of change. We must be architects of progress. It is in this spirit that I unveil several key priorities projects, which we will pursue vigorously during this tenure. Initiatives designed to uplift, support, and empower journalists in the FCT. First, modernization of the NUJ FCT Congress Hall. We're also looking forward to the completion of the NUJ Pentagon Hall, a strategic infrastructure that will serve as a hub.
It's only worthwhile if it safeguards lives, protects rights, and promotes collective prosperity. These aims cannot be realized without a responsible and an unfettered press. Artificial intelligence, defects, misinformation, and algorithmic bias now threaten to displace fact with fiction and substance with spectacle. And nowhere is this more dangerous than in a fragile democracy.
The media remains indispensable in ensuring electoral transparency and civic participation. Over the years, journalists across Nigeria have demonstrated courage and professionalism in reporting elections, holding political actors accountable, and amplifying the voices of the marginalized. In a time when misinformation and political apathy threaten democratic gains, the vigilance of the press remains our strongest safeguard. As lawmakers, therefore, we do not take this for granted. We recognize the media as both a watchdog and a partner in our shared mission of building a transparent and accountable democratic order.
Journalists face intimidation, censorship, and economic hardship. And in this digital age, where content can be brought distorted and even drawn out of the fake news, your mission has become more difficult. But let me say this, your work matters. It matters because democracy doesn't just depend on elections, it depends on information. Accurate, timely, and trustworthy information. Journalists face intimidation, censorship, and economic hardship. And in this digital age, where content can be brought distorted and even drawn out of the fake news, your mission has become more difficult. But let me say this, your work matters. It matters because democracy doesn't just depend on elections, it depends on information. Accurate, timely, and trustworthy information.